So we're in business. All right. So cool. All right. So yeah, we're getting started. This is the second show. We in business. Welcome everybody. We're getting our little feet wet right now in our show, but we're about to do the damn thing. So we're starting off right into it right now, because we got some topics to discuss. So we're gonna start with my squad, of course. This time we'll start with the Colts. So I know you see my Colts the past few weeks. It ain't pretty, but we get the job done. We're 3-2-1. People are already starting to ask, are we contenders or pretenders? I don't know how to answer the question yet. Feel me? But as long as you're adding the W to the little scoreboard, you're doing something right. So the Colts flipped the script a little bit last week, 2 weeks ago, during the Broncos week, on a short week, they switched all kinds of offensive linemen around. Guys who were playing right tackle played right guard. Guys who were playing left tackle was pushed to right tackle. Guys who was playing center, well, the backup center, took over the starting center's job for the rest of the game. Yeah, so it was just like flipping all over the place, and they even practiced that week because they had a game on Sunday, and then they had a game on Thursday versus the Broncos, the worst game of the season. I hope nobody watched it. Nobody scored a touchdown. It was all field goal fest, but they ended up getting the W. It was terrible, but after that week, they kind of figured out who can't play, who can. So this past Sunday, they completely took the left tackle and just stick him at right guard now. They're like, that's your job. You can't play tackle because you can't block nobody who's fast. Just go right around you. And seriously, the guy missed D ends like 2 or 3 times. It's just hike, did a juke move, went straight to Matt Ryan for the sack. And the guy didn't touch nobody, just air, whiff, whiff. We're like, how you playing how you playing tackle? You can't put your hands on somebody, slow them down for half a second. So Matt Ryan was second in the league in sacks. Joe Burrow can't beat their line. Their linemen stink. Their line still stinks. So Matt Ryan can't handle all those hits. He's 37 already. So we had to do something. So this past week was the first week of the season where we were allowed 0 sacks. I mean, I know it's the Jaguars. It's the Jaguars. Ain't nothing crazy. But yeah, the Jaguars got a low key good D line. They've been getting first round draft picks for like 10 years now. So the roster has to have some talent on it. They're getting top 5 draft picks. So um, we look good. I think Matt Ryan threw for like 350 yards or something like that last week. Dang, over. Oh, ooh, almost 400, so it's nice. I knew it was over 350. I just don't know the exact numbers because I didn't care about that. It's a Jaguars defense. I just cared that he stayed clean the whole game and we won the game. So I don't know what to say. I don't know if I should believe it, but I think they finally get it together. And I was wondering what happened to the Colts offensive line. Now I know they learned not to start a seventh round left tackle to start, and they learn to go ahead and mix it up. Doesn't matter who's getting paid what, because they started our right tackle at right guard versus the Broncos game, and he's like the sixth highest paid right tackle in the league. His name's Braden Smith. They didn't care. We're just gonna put you in right guard, see what happens. We don't care if we're paying you all this money, because you at right tackle. Maybe I didn't the answer. Well, it is because nobody else could play right tackle better than him, so they put him back last week. So we're looking good. The run game is looking a little better. I mean, there's no JT, but what's his name? The backup did pretty good. Deion Jackson. I was thinking Deion Sanders, but yeah, Deion Jackson. Um, he did pretty good. He got over 100 yards scrimmage. He caught 10 receivings. I mean, 10 receptions as a running back. That's big time. I'm like, man, you caught 10 out of 10. He didn't even drop one. So he did his thing, and our linebackers looking correct. Our D line's looking nice. So we're coming together. I'm feeling a little better. So now I'm like, all right. Seen Paris Campbell finally made some noise in the season. He got a touchdown. My boy, Paris Campbell. I'm telling you, he's gonna blow up this year. This is his year. And then, you're right. It's a good day. So the offense is finally looking good because we're relying on our defense the whole season. So our offense finally made some noise. I think Matt Ryan threw 2 or 3 touchdowns. So I'm like, damn, that's a lot for you. So feeling good about the Colts right now. I was saying Frank was on the hot seat. I was like, if you lose these next 3 games, Jaguars, um, and then Tennessee, because we got Tennessee coming up, and soon we got Washington. But now Carson's hurt, so it's not the same anymore. But I'm like, man, if you lose those games, you might not even make it through the season. They might just go ahead and like your key card stop working, bro. Just go home. You can't get back in the building because you can't lose 2 division games and then lose 2 wins. You feel me? So feeling pretty good around about the Colts. Chris Ballard just bought him some time because we're getting mad at him because we knew the left tackle position was a huge hole. What'd you do about it? You traded the Eagles for a 7th round draft pick, and he sucks. But now they moved him to right guard. So now I'm like, okay, whatever. We got Dennis Kelly at left tackle now. He was left tackle for Tennessee, which he's decent. He's actually pretty good. He didn't allow a sack. So I'm like, man, we had this guy all along, but he was injured, so he couldn't play. So last week was his first time playing in the season, and he did good. So pleasant surprise. I'm all right, Ballard. You doubled down. You made sure you drafted a rookie in the 3rd round. You traded for a 7th rounder last year, and then you picked up a free agent in the offseason. So you're like, one of them got a hit, right? So it was like 1, 2, third strike. All right, you got on the third. If the third didn't get it, then would have been done because Matt Ryan was getting cooked. Like a second, release the ball because someone's gonna get you. That's how it was all season. But last week, it's like, oh, we made it to 2 seconds before you had to release the ball. Now our offense looks like an offense. So I was thinking, do we ride with Matt Ryan for 1 more year? I think we do, you know. So now it comes down to was it a good decision to let go of Wentz and trade him for Matt Ryan or not? So as an outside spectator, what do you think now? I don't blame you. I don't either. All right, so the owner is not Jerry Jones 2.0 just yet, you know. The guy for a little bit. You're right. You're right. For a little bit, but I'm all right. Matt Ryan did his thing last week, like you said, almost 400 passing yards, 3 passing TDs, no interceptions, no fumbles. So like, whoa! If we could do that a few times throughout the year, watch out. We might win the division. I don't know. We play Tennessee next week. I know. That's not. You're right. You're right. So I'm not too high, you know. Just last week, I was ready to start taking for Stroud or whoever we could get. But now it's like, all right, maybe we don't need a tank. Maybe we could, squeak into the playoffs. If we could win one playoff game this season, the season's a success to me. Because, we have Matt Ryan leading the way. So I don't expect him to beat Josh Allen or Pat Mahomes. Even Joe Burrow, he just went to Super Bowl last year. So he already up there. So it's like, plus you can't forget about Lamar. He still got He still got a lot to prove that because he has a huge shoulder on his chip. They didn't even give him a contract. So there's a lot of good QBs in the AFC. So if we could just knock one of those teams out, I'll take it. So what's good with your Patriots, man? I see Zappy looking good over there, man. Mac Jones better watch out.
Yeah, I actually when Zappy came in the game and Packers, I don't know why I kind of like liked his flow. I liked his moxie. I think I think he's better than Mac. I'm not even gonna say he might. I like him better than Mac. Yeah,
Oh,
just because like I told you at the beginning of the season, Mac Jones he's not special and he makes too many mistakes. I feel like he wants to be like Patrick Mahomes, wants to be like Josh Allen and fling the ball all over the field. But unfortunately, one, we don't have the weapons to save it. So that's already like a negative. And two, I don't think he has the talent for it. And that's why he was throwing interceptions. I mean, the last game he played, he threw 3 interceptions when it was a competitive game. And I felt like we had a real shot to beat the Ravens, but he kept like turning the ball over. So I was already like not on his bandwagon for that. And then when I see Zappy comes in, I'm like, okay, he's kind of like Matt Jones, but he has a legs. He can actually run a little bit. I'm like, okay, he's more careful with the ball and he can run. So that's why I was like, okay, let me give him a chance, see how he looks. And the last 2 weeks, I'm not gonna say he looks good. He looks very good. He looks like
okay.
he's not throwing the ball in danger, in harm's way. If the pass rushes get to him, he can like buy a couple extra seconds. And it's not like Mac Jones was like rookie of the year or all pro. So I'm like, I would rather him until the real fall off. But I seriously think he's a better option than Mac Jones at this point.
Wow, the kid starts for one game, and
Two
now,
games.
oh, he played 2 games.
Yeah, he beat Lions 29-0.
Oh yeah,
And he just beat Browns. He murdered Browns. And he played against Air Rodgers to overtime. And he looked good in that game. So I'm like, okay. And I like again, I'm the type like with Patriots, we're kind of like what the Cowboys are now. We have good defense, we have a above average running game. There's always mistakes. And the thing that kills Bill Belichick is turnovers. And I'm telling you, Mac Jones was throwing a pick every single game. In the last game he played before he got injured, he threw 3. So it just did not look good. It was like, man, what are you doing? And some of them were bonehead picks, like bonehead interceptions. Like I still remember, I believe the score was 21-26. He was in the red zone, 3rd and 10, and we're playing against Ravens. And in my head, I'm like, okay, if there's nothing there, throw it out of bounds. At least you get field. This guy throws a pick in the end zone. I'm like, what are you doing? It's 3rd and 10. Like the chances of us converting are already not good, and our
yeah.
offense is not dynamic. So if there's nothing there, throw it out of bounds. At least you get a field goal. How do you throw a pick in that situation? And that was a stupid pick. And we had a last minute drive. We were still like within like a touchdown. And then on the last like little chance of hope, he throws another pick. And I'm like,
Damn.
oh man. After that, I was just like, man, I don't really know if I should believe in you, man, because as Patriots fans, we're not really used to that. We're not used to QB throwing picks in the red zone or QB throwing a lot of picks. If we get turnovers, it's usually from the running back fumbling it and the running back in the doghouse.
Right, for weeks.
Yeah, usually not the QB because what are you gonna do? You can't do nothing about that. If the QB throws a pick, you're like, man, hopefully he doesn't throw another
Right,
pick.
we'll get him next time.
So it was kind of like perfect timing for him to be entered right after that, for us to stumble on Bailey Zappi, and for him to play well. And I remember when we drafted him, a lot of analysts were criticizing him. They're like, why are you gonna waste a 4th round pick on a QB? You just drafted a 1st round pick the year before Belichick. Maybe he doesn't know what he's doing. He's not
Oh,
gonna be
he knew.
trying to adjust me.
He's like, I don't know about this Mac Jones guy. Let me get in some insurance.
I'm telling you, Bailey Zappi was really good. He was really good. So again, I can't be too high on him. game, but I like what I've seen so far, and I'm ready. I'm actually excited to see Patriots play again, and I think we have a shot to beat the playoffs.
Damn, newfound
Yeah,
confidence, huh?
yeah. But I want those a little nugget, a little nugget. When we go to the next topic.
All right.
All those years they're missing the AFC East. The AFC East is the best conference in football.
Damn, I never even thought about that before.
Yeah, they thought it was the AFC West. Nope. AFC East is the best conference, best division in football.
Man.
That's my statement.
Okay. I mean, I'll give that to y'all. Y'all off to a hot start. I mean, nobody's buying stock in the Jets though, and the Dolphins already look like they're face
Four
planting.
and two.
Yeah.
Well, Dolphins are 4 and 2. Tua is back.
Okay. How's he gonna be when he comes back?
Well, they were great before, and they're 3 and 3.
The guy said he didn't remember getting hit. He's
It's called getting a hard hit.
yeah, it's called
You heard
concussion.
football before?
Yeah.
Yeah, and people jump from concussion. It's not like it's broken heart. It's
Hey,
PID.
hey, it's all upstairs though. If Tua could be a little jumpy, he's like, I can't handle one of those hits again. We'll see. We'll see. Cause the
Yeah,
Dolphins, it's a Dolphins.
I've seen people come back from those. Concussion's a normal injury.
All right.
Have high hopes for it.
All right. I mean, I can't rip the division. They're better than my division. My division sucks.
Yeah, well,
Hey, y'all used to be right there with us, so
yeah,
I want to hear that.
yeah. Y'all were never second last.
For the first quarter of the season, we'll see how the rest
First
of it
quarter of the
goes.
season, yeah.
Yeah,
Week to week,
we'll see how the rest of the rest of it goes. All right.
nobody in our division is under 500. So don't worry.
Damn, who would have thought that, man? I'll give it to y'all. I thought y'all could be fourth in your division.
Well, we're tied for fourth. No, we're in for
Oh,
fourth. Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
oh.
For real, for real.
Keep the hope, my friend. Keep the hope.
Our division is a gauntlet. It's a gauntlet. You have to prepare. If Patriots are fourth, it's a gauntlet.
Okay, all
No
right.
stress on the AFC East.
So, in Zappy we trust, or is Mac Jones gonna take his spot back when he comes back?
No, Mac Jones is just gonna be a nice little plan B.
Damn.
He's gonna hold the clipboard very, very tightly.
Wow.
He's gonna get Zappy some good advice, some good
Wow.
nuggets, and hopefully we can trade him for a third round.
So you think Belichick doing that? You think he's starting Zappy now?
I think the proof's in the pudding, man. This guy doesn't throw interceptions. He has legs. I love that. Because in this day and age, if you ain't a great quarterback, you gotta be a little more. You can't be a statue anyway.
Okay.
So I like the fact that he has legs. He's safe with the football. So and he's winning. I mean, you can't argue with that. You're winning. You're safe with the football.
You ain't worried about ruining the confidence of your young guy? I
No,
mean,
no,
Mac
no.
Jones a first rounder, man.
Yeah, yeah. But the Patriots are notorious for letting their first rounders go, or their first rounders not panning out. So we're gonna be a no added to the list. We're not
Damn.
tied to that. We're tied to
Cold
something
world.
most people should be.
Cold
Don't
world.
say cold world. You guys traded a first rounder for Carson Wentz. Still out there. So I don't know why you're asking. You got traded
First
for
of all,
that dude gets traded very soon.
Carson Wentz was actually a decent QB before he got injured. So, you could kind of believe that maybe if he restarts, get a fresh start, he might be good, you know?
I believe, and I thought after the year he was good, and he's still out there.
Okay. I mean, I ain't mad at that. I mean, we were loyal. He wasn't our guy. They just brought him in for a year. It didn't work out. They shipped him out. But Mac Jones is your
We
guy.
brought we brought Mac Jones
No,
for
no, no.
a
He's
year
homegrown.
and 3 games.
He's
We
homegrown.
brought him for a year and 3 games. He just got 3 extra games, and he got so we're
Okay.
good.
Okay. Okay. All right. We'll see. We'll see how the season unfolds for you. All right. Good to see the Patriots are back up. A couple weeks ago, y'all are down. So, all right.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna watch the Patriots for the year. I thought I was just watch the highlights, look at the box score. But now I have a reason to watch football Sunday, and That feels good.
Damn, just like that,
That feels good.
Zappy saved the season.
Yep, I agree. I definitely agree with that statement.
All right, all right. So I feel good. You feel good. Our team's winning. So, it makes the week all worth it. It's funny how football could dictate your week. Your team loses, it's a shitty week. Your team wins, everything's great. The young guys are looking
Yeah,
good. The
yeah, the veterans.
right. The coach is smart again. The GM knows what he's doing. It's a good week.
SpongeBob clears his face.
I feel you. All right. So next topic now. I'm gonna go ahead and hit him right now with it because you try and convince me all week long, and I'm not having it. Last week, you tried telling me Jerry Jones should ride out with Cooper Rush because they're winning games. I ain't believing it. I'm gonna stick with Dak. What say you, man?
Well, you listened to my words. It was
Oh,
the Eagles game. If
okay,
if he goes to Eagle game and wins it convincingly, I mean, I'm talking about like he would have to throw over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. Then he should stick with Cooper Rush. But unfortunately, he lost. He looked mediocre, a little bit below average, but I'll give it more average.
okay.
So of course we got to put Dak back in. But at the same time, I don't change my stance. If Dak doesn't start winning games, he is not getting a second contract, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. He needs to start winning games because Cooper Rush should come off his couch, or off the clipboard, or off the golf cart, and go 4-1. What's your excuse, buddy? You did
Come on,
500 the
come
last
on.
2 seasons.
Time out, time
You
out,
haven't won a playoff game in 2, 3 years.
time out.
What's your excuse?
The Cowboys had a good record last year, so he was winning games.
Yeah, he had a good record,
So what? So what you trying to
but
tell me?
he lost the first game of the playoffs, so he didn't win any playoff games.
I mean, Lamar does that.
Then against yeah, but Lamar won the MVP, and Lamar doesn't have a contract. And he, like I said, he didn't win any playoff games. In the last like 2 seasons, he's been 500, and he doesn't beat any of the good teams. He always just you know takes over the AFC or NFC East. He basically like runs that division, beats a couple sorry teams, but gets a good team and doesn't beat them, and he hasn't won any playoff games. So that's why I was saying if Cooper Rush could come straight off the couch, off the clipboard, and go 4-1, and we're paying this guy less than $1 million, and we're paying you 40. What's the reason why?
I mean,
That's a huge distinction. 1 million to 40. Don't get me wrong. Like, don't get me wrong. If Cooper Rush is the starter, they obviously will have to pay him more. But they'll probably give him a $10 million contract. They're still saving $30 million.
I mean,
And that's why he needs to start winning games because it doesn't make sense that he's
Dak
getting
wins
a big
games,
contract.
man. Dak wins games.
No,
All right.
not enough. Not enough.
Here's what I seen from Cooper Rush starting. Yeah, they had a little 4 game wins, so he held the fort down. Terrific backup QB, but I mean, only one person's eating, just CD Lamb. I never seen the Cowboys offense look so one dimensional, even with a terrible
Well,
Zeke last year.
you also have to understand they lost Amari Cooper, they lost Cedric Wilson, Schultz is injured, and CeeDee Lamb wasn't the only one eating. He was the only one eating in the passing game. Noah Brown actually ate a little bit too. The running game was decent for a couple of games, and the defense was vaunted. Like they're amazing. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who's eating unless they're getting paid. They matter who wins. So don't get me wrong. It's like Noah Brown was getting paid $25 million a year, and Cooper Rush was there passing him the ball, and he wasn't eating. Then they'll be like, okay, that's a problem. That's why they traded away Amari Cooper. They're like, we're paying you this much, and you're not even getting 1,000 yards, then that's a problem. But if they get paid $2, $3 million and you're winning, then you don't care, and that's what I'm trying to apply to this conversation. If they get Cooper Rush and they're winning, they don't care. That's why they'll trade that because they can use the extra money to pay for defense, pay for weapons, pay for offensive line, rather than paying $40 to QB who's not ultimately winning at the clip they want him to win at.
Hmm.
Like you can say, yeah, he won 11, winning 12 games last year, but when they got beat by 49ers, there's a reason why Mike McCarthy's job was in jeopardy. He went to the playoffs, and they're like, should we get Sean Payton? Because they're obviously not happy with that. They don't want that. That's not their goal. Their goal is not to make playoffs to get ousted in the first round. They obviously want more, and that's what I'm saying. Him going 4-1 is nothing to sneeze at. That's not yeah he pulled down the score. No, that might be the downfall to our future.
Mm.
That's the thing. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you put 400 yards, 3 touchdowns, and you lose. It only matters if you win. And that formula right there is a winning formula. And watch. That's how they play the rest of the season.
Well, I don't buy it. So
You
I
don't have to buy it.
I
You'll see.
I see the points, but what I also see or want to see, they haven't been showing. Because you're gonna need some offense to win these games. Cooper, Cooper Rush. All he gave you is about 6 touchdowns this whole season, 6 total. So yeah, you winning games, you getting by. You know, it's not like you're blowing out anybody. You getting by. But once you start playing the real teams, you get outscored. Come on, this is a passing league. Michael Gallup is back. So I know he's knocking the rust off, but I'm gonna need to see him start getting more involved with the game plan. You got Pollard back here, who's a dual receiving back, so he could run and catch. I'm gonna need him start getting in the game plan more. I mean, if you don't start using these guys, you're not unlocking Cowboys offense. And I don't think Cooper Rush could unlock the offense. I think he could squeak by and get you a W, but I think it takes that to unlock the offense. Because Gallup should be getting about 80 yards a game, and if you start Pollard, I'm need to see 100-yard games. Because just last week I was like, whoa, Pollard starting the game off? Okay. They're listening. They're like, yo, we don't care we're paying Zeke all this money. Pollard's a more explosive back. He needs more playing time. All right. Well, now he's getting more playing time. I need more stats and production with it. So I think Dak's the person who could get that untapped potential that they haven't been putting together yet on the field and make it start happening and win games at the same time. Because the ceiling's right here. The ceiling's to be up here if you want to win more than one game in the playoffs. Cooper Rush could probably get you there, but he ain't gonna win more than one game either. Unless you think if they get there, Cooper Rush could take you to the promised land. I don't know if you're buying all that Cooper Rush stock, but I'm
Well,
not.
there's two arguments that I wanna talk to you about. First, the Cooper Rush winning more than one playoff game. You know what's funny? If Cooper Rush makes the playoffs, it's already better. Like it's already a better investment than that because you're saving so much money and you're reaching the same destination.
If he
So
makes it.
that's why, yeah, yeah. So that's why even if he does that, he doesn't even have to win playoffs. If he goes to the playoff game, you're like, oh, this is already a better idea. It's already the direction we should go in. And two, what's your definition of real team? Because he beat Bengals. Bengals was the Super Bowl. He beat Rams. Rams won the Super Bowl. And then he played Eagles. He played them tough and then made it a game. And then he beat Giants, who are 5-1. So what's your definition of real team? Because to me, those are real teams. And he went 3-1 against them. So
Mm,
that's my other question.
okay. So my definition of real teams is playoff teams. So last year the Bengals were great. This year they started off with a slow start. They were like 0-2 before they start winning some games. So it looked a
So
little look
right now, are they a real team? To you, they're not.
Bengals.
Yes.
I'll say Bengals will make it to the playoffs and will only win one playoff game.
So your definition of a real team is making it to the playoffs, right?
Mm, it's
That's what
tough.
you just
If
said.
if if you could win a playoff game, I'll call you a real team.
Well, you just said Bengals gonna win a playoff game, and that's it. So they're a real team.
they're on their way. Yeah, they're on their way, but they're nothing great. I see the holes with the Bengals. The offensive line